Cruise news time, and welcome to today's cruise news update. I'm your host, coming to you with the latest headlines from the high seas. Buckle up because we've got some major developments this week, including some unfortunate news for those who like to cruise alone. But before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue delivering the most up-to-date cruise coverage directly to you. Now, let's get into these stories. Our top story today focuses on a controversial new policy from Celebrity Cruises that aims to offset revenue losses from solo travelers. According to exclusive reporting, Celebrity will now charge solo guests more than double the rates for double occupancy cabins. For example, if two cruisers booked a balcony stateroom for $3,000 total, each paying $1,500, a solo traveler would pay around $3,400 for that same cabin. This dramatic upcharge comes as Celebrity says solo guests don't spend as much on board as couples, resulting in lost income. Understandably, this news has sparked major backlash among solo cruisers who feel singled out and penalized. While cruise lines sometimes add modest solo supplements, the extent of Celebrity's new rates are unprecedented and could deter many from sailing with them. As frequent solo cruiser John Roller said, "This will start the end of solo cruising unless the policy gets reversed." Other critics have called the move discriminatory. It sets a terrible precedent that could encourage other cruise lines to follow suit if revenue takes priority over inclusion. From a business perspective, it's a calculated gamble for Celebrity. Will the added revenue offset potentially losing part of their solo cruiser base? Time will tell. I think a moderate supplement for solo guests occupying paired staterooms is reasonable, but harsh upcharges could do more harm than good if solos jump ship to other lines. Celebrity claims their hands are tied, but there are smarter ways to incentivize spending than price gouging loyal customers. They could offer exclusive solo cruiser events, discounts, and perks, or limit supplements to a reasonable amount like 50% over double rates, not 100% plus more. Cruising as a party of one has its pros and cons, but penalizing solos under the guise of revenue just feels backwards. Travel companies should find ways to encourage spending, not squeeze every dollar through discrimination. Here's hoping Celebrity reconsiders before this policy takes effect. In other news, we have a noteworthy cruise ship arrival happening right here in Miami. Royal Caribbean's long-awaited Icon of the Seas will make her U.S. debut on January 10th at Port Miami. Icon is the world's largest cruise vessel, able to accommodate over 6,000 passengers. She's the first in Royal's new Icon class that pushes boundaries on size and thrills with unique attractions like a swim-up bar, massive water park, and the tallest slide at sea. After arriving from her shipyard in Finland and conducting test sailings in the Caribbean, Icon will have a grand welcome celebration here in Miami on the 10th. The festivities kick off at 7 a.m., so spectators should arrive early to catch the massive ship sailing into port. Once in service, Icon will alternate 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries from Miami before seasonal repositioning to Europe. She's undoubtedly an engineering marvel that cruisers can't wait to experience firsthand. Her inaugural promises to be a major cruise event here in the Miami area. Shifting gears, another line is also investing heavily in the guest experience with next-level tech upgrades. Ultra-luxury brand Seabourn has partnered with Elon Musk's SpaceX to install blazing-fast Starlink satellite internet on 6 of its cruise ships. This broadband service leverages a network of low-orbit satellites to deliver speeds up to 350 Mbps with low latency. That's vastly improved over traditional slower satellite internet at sea. Seabourn Quest, Sojourn, Ovation, Encore, Odyssey, and Expression will all offer Starlink. Having better connectivity opens doors for travelers to stream video, work remotely, video chat, and more. This adds major appeal especially for digital nomads or those who rely on the internet for business. While vacation is a time to unplug, having the option for reliable Wi-Fi is a game changer. Seabourn President Josh Leibowitz said the upgrade allows guests to remain connected wherever they choose to travel. Along with installing Starlink, Seabourn intends to equip its ships with equipment for exploring remote areas off the beaten path. Kudos to Seabourn for investing in technology that improves the passenger experience. As connectivity demands grow, more lines need to follow suit to keep guests happy and competitive. Okay, let's wrap up today's cruise news with a lighter story about those adorable ducks that seem to pop up everywhere on cruise ships nowadays. You may have heard about the phenomenon of duck hunting on cruises, where passengers bring a small rubber duck to hide around the ship. Others then search for these ducks and share their finds on social media. It's a fun way to bond with fellow cruisers. But not everyone is amused by this new tradition. In a controversial decision, Disney Cruise Line has officially banned guests from bringing rubber duckies on board their ships. Some Disney fans are quite unhappy quackers about this new prohibition. Disney's duck ban goes against the grain of other cruise lines that allow the activity. But apparently, the family-focused company feels stowaway bath toys present too much of a nuisance. While avid duck hunters may be discouraged, Disney's strict no ducks rule aims to preserve the carefully controlled brand experience. If you want Disney character ducks on your cruise, you'll need to buy them in the gift shop instead of smuggling them aboard. Love them or hate them, the duck debate reveals how cruising continues evolving in quirky ways. Lines must balance novelty trends against policies that enhance each trip. For now at least, Disney ships remain a rubber ducky-free zone. That wraps up our cruise news report for today with a mix of highs and lows. From breakthrough tech and record-breaking new ships to policies that ruffle feathers of devoted solo cruisers. We'll keep monitoring these stories and more, so subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.